Hey, this is Chris, keeping it real. This is kind of like a spaghetti Friday morning. I'm just going to throw stuff up on the wall, and then I'm going to go through the videos later on and see what I feel like is stuck. Because that's just sometimes it's just what I do. I just make a bunch of videos, and I think, well, it's happening. You notice I don't really edit my videos, and so my editing comes from mostly doing something 2 or 3 times until I'm satisfied with it. Because I think I'd rather sit here and make 4 failed videos and get the one I want rather than try to cobble together a good one out of what is essentially not a very good video. Video editing, it can be quite tedious, and so that's the way it goes. So we got the medical profession collectively wringing their hands about the number of cases, number of people in the hospital, number of people dying. By the way, the number of people dying as a percentage of the number of cases has not risen. Ran those stats yesterday. I've not published that yet because I want to wait, because we are going to see more deaths, but right now, as of right now, we are seeing the same death rate. So this new variant might be more contagious, but it's not more deadly. And what I'm really hoping is in the final analysis, it's less deadly. But I don't know that yet, so that's just my hope. And so the medical establishment's wringing their hands, and they're talking about all the suffering that's going on. It's like, look, what the heck? We're all adults here, aren't we? And we have a right to choose. We have a right to choose what we want to do. And so it's incumbent upon each of us to make a decision that makes sense for us. And it's also incumbent upon each of us to accept whatever happens as a result of that decision. It is, if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's people who say, well, I'm not going to get the vaccine, then they get the disease, and then they cry and whine about it. It's like, you made that decision not to get the vaccine. I've made that decision not to get the vaccine. It doesn't matter. I'm careful about where I go and what I do. I'm not going to a bar. I'm not even really going to go to a restaurant. I'm not going anywhere where there's a lot of people I don't know. I'm going to stay 6 feet away from people. I'm not taking unnecessary risks. And just like I'm not going to take what I feel is an unnecessary risk in getting the vaccine, because nobody knows what might happen. And the FDA I'm reading that we could get full approval as early as next month. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. It needs to have 2 years of study. It needs the 2 years of follow-up study. And then I need to see what happened with everyone. It's like, great, you're the FDA and you've said something. I don't care. I don't care what you say. But on the other hand, I'm willing to accept the consequences of my actions. If I end up in the hospital, I end up in the hospital. I just don't think I will, because I rarely get sick. And so so to me, it's not worth the risk. I mean, how long has this pandemic been around? I've been out working. I've been out doing everything I need to do, absolutely. And so, but everybody who's not vaccinated, you just better, if you're not willing to accept the consequences of not getting vaccinated, then you just need to go ahead and get vaccinated. And that's just all there is to it. If you have had any kind of family history of any kind of respiratory problems, heart problems, any kind of problems at all, you better go get one, because the risk that you will be seriously ill if you get it is pretty high. And so let's not throw out the baby with the bathwater here, right? I hate to even say stuff like that, but because I really think the whole approval process has been short-circuited, and that's not. It's not just this drug that we're talking about. It's all future drugs. And there's always going to be an emergency. There's always going to be a need to say, oh my gosh, we got to go ahead and get this out there. Everybody needs to take it anyway, regardless of whether it can be absolutely proven it's safe. You can't prove something is safe or unsafe in 9 months. You just can't. Or I guess it's been I don't even know when they started the trials. I don't remember. I thought it was October. And they let them run for 30 or 60 days. But I can't remember the details. Now I'd have to go back and look. And we all know that trying to Google something and get actual information is pretty much a fool's errand. Anyway, that's my feelings on it. Got any questions or comments? Leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. We appreciate when you do. And we'll see you on the next hard-hitting video.